It's 6:48 p.m. You're in the bathroom at someone else's house, staring at your own face in the mirror. You smiled for 5 straight hours. You've done the small talk. You've been fine. And now your chest feels tight. Your jaw hurts from holding it together, and you can't remember the last time you felt genuinely present. You look at yourself and think quietly, "What's wrong with me?" And here's the problem. That question makes you feel worse because it turns a signal into a verdict. Try this instead. What is this signal trying to tell me? And what skill do I build next? I'm Dr. Tony Weston, psychotherapist, executive coach, clinical supervisor, award-winning researcher, and creator of the Lifelong Capacities Map. And over 2 decades of client work, I've seen something again and again. Most of what people call symptoms are not random defects. They're signals that life's demands have exceeded your current internal capacities. If you're watching this during the holiday season, you can feel how this gets amplified. More noise, more expectations, more comparisons, more pressure to be fine. And maybe you're functioning on the outside, but inside you feel frayed, or flat, or wired, or oddly numb. So here's the Psyche Vita frame. Not what's wrong with me, but what is this signal telling me about what needs to grow next? First, we use the Psyche Vita Vitality Scale. It's a simple 0 to 5 scale. 0 is profoundly diminished vitality, shut down, overwhelmed, disconnected. 3 is functional, but strained. You cope, but it costs you. 5 is integrated vitality, resilient, connected, responsive, alive. In a moment, I'm going to put the full scale on screen. When it appears, pause the video and locate yourself on it, not as a judgment, as a starting point. Now, here's one of the most empowering parts of the Psyche Vita approach. You don't have to work at one intensity. You can choose the pace that matches your current energy, your current capacity, and your current season of life. Sometimes the most skillful thing is not a deep dive. It's a gentle step that keeps you moving. So Psyche Vita is structured like a ladder of intensity. Level 1, signals at the lowest effort level. You can simply watch a signals video. A signals video does 3 things. It helps you understand what you're experiencing. It helps you drop shame because it usually isn't your fault, and it tells you what skill to build next. For many people, just hearing "you're not broken" and seeing a clear explanation is already regulating. Level 2, Psychescription. If you want to go one step deeper, use a Psychescription. A Psychescription is a short guided practice, usually 2 to 4 minutes, that helps you settle your system and start building the inner architecture underneath the signal. Level 3, introductory videos. If you're curious and ready to learn, there are intro videos for individual skills. Level 4, short process. If you want a repeatable practical method, use a short process. Level 5, full step-by-step process and written guides. If you want deeper work, there's a full step-by-step process with written guides you can use alongside the videos. So you can meet yourself where you are. Low battery day? Watch a signal. Do a 2-minute reset. More capacity today? Learn a skill. Practice a short process. Ready for deeper transformation? Use the full method. That flexibility matters because growth isn't linear, and the holiday season makes that even more true. Now, what are we actually building? The Lifelong Capacities Map identifies 12 core capacities and 48 trainable competencies. These are the psychological skills underneath well-being, performance, relationships, and meaning. The point is not to label you. The point is to give you coordinates. So instead of spiraling in confusion, you can say, this signal is pointing to this capacity. This is the next skill to build. And this is why this works. When you build the right skill at the right level, you often get a cascade. One improvement lifts multiple areas. You stop fighting symptoms in isolation and you start growing the underlying capacities that change the pattern. So let's make this practical right now. If you keep asking, what's wrong with me? You tend to get one of two outcomes. Either you find a label that explains you and then you feel stuck inside it, or you blame yourself and the shame drains what little vitality you have left. But if you ask, what is this signal trying to tell me? You get direction. You start to see what's being asked of you. Maybe the signal is anxiety. That could be pointing towards skills like cognitive flexibility 2.1. 8.2 somatic attunement, 6.1 impulse control, or 1.2 adaptive emotional processing. Maybe the signal is low mood. That could be pointing towards 8.4 recovery and decompression, 3.4 healthy self-worth, 7.2 intrinsic motivation, 8.1 sustainable energy management. Maybe the signal is relationship pain. That could be pointing towards 4.1 empathic attunement, 4.4 repair and reconnection, 6.2 boundaries, reality testing the story you're locked into. Different signals, different skill prescriptions, and it's not one size fits all. Your profile is unique, but your signals are still useful. They're pointing. So here are your next steps. First, go to psychivita.com and sign up. That's where you can start with the signal you're living, identify the skills it's pointing to, and practice them at the intensity that fits you. Second, there's a free downloadable worksheet linked with this video. It'll help you locate yourself on the vitality scale, identify your current signals, and choose a sensible next step on the ladder. Signal, psychescription, intro, short process, or full process. Third, if you want the full roadmap, my book, Transform Your Life, The Ultimate Guide to Self-Mastery, lays out the entire lifelong capacities map and how to use it over time. And if you want tailored support, you can schedule a one-to-one session. You're not broken. You're adapting. Your signals are not a life sentence. They're information, and if you read them well, they become a roadmap.